Okay, so Real Housewives of Orange County's Katie Ginella is making some really serious new claims. We're talking about a lie detector test and that infamous past incident involving Gretchen Rossi and Tamra Judge. It's definitely raising questions about, truth and maybe some manipulation within the group. All right, first up, Katie is saying that lie detector test, the one where she kind of failed a question about Gretchen Rossi, she thinks it was a total setup. Yeah, she's specifically pointing fingers at Emily Simpson and Gina Kirschenheiter, claiming they orchestrated it. Katie even says the person who gave the test was just a paid actor. She's got a photo from their website that lists simple acting services as proof. She feels like every question was a setup, basically implying the whole thing was rigged. Now, Jennifer Pedranti finds this, preposterous, but she does say she's trying to see Katie's side. Second, Katie's really escalating things about Gretchen Rossi's naked, wasted night with Tamra Judge from way back. She's now claiming Gretchen told her, Jennifer Pedranti and Ryan, that Tamra actually drugged her that night. And get this, Katie also alleges Gretchen said she went to the hospital the next morning and that a toxicology report found something in her blood. Katie insists she'll die on that claim. Finally, though, we have Jennifer Pedranti's side of the story, and it conflicts. Jennifer does admit Gretchen mentioned she felt like she needed to go to the hospital after that night, but Jennifer flat out denies Katie's specific claims, denies Gretchen ever said she was drugged or that any report found something in her blood. Jennifer sounds pretty frustrated, saying Katie just lights fires and tries to pull her in to back things up, but hearing stuff or making it up doesn't make it true. So Katie Ginella's allegations are challenging what everyone thought was true, in stirring up major drama over past events and current relationships in the OC.
Next, we are going to talk about Alexia Napola and Marisol Patton's refusal to take Stephanie Chauget's private plane to Seville, Spain.
Yeah.
Alexia apparently described Stephanie's seating chart as like we were little kids, And Marisol felt it was getting really dark, even saying it was like solitary confinement.
Wow.
They were clearly not having it. But then you have Adriana Demora claiming Marisol is basically on a campaign against the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Adriana said Marisol summoned her and Julia Limagova to the penthouse, ordering them not to get on that plane.
This whole dynamic then kind of spilled over into Gertie Abrera's issues. First, she was upset with Lisa Hochstein for, downplaying a really traumatic personal story she shared.
Right, I remember that.
Then Gertie confronted Stephanie about it, but Stephanie was apparently already frustrated by all the group divisions and maybe didn't quite grasp how serious Gertie's trauma was.
So the plane drama just amplified everything else that was simmering.
Pretty much. The private plane became the flashpoint.
And Alexia and Marisol's reaction was strong. They called Stephanie's behavior fucked up, and Alexia even accused the rest of the cast of kissing her, just because they wanted to go on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Then Adriana jumped in, calling Gertie making peace later, all very calculated. It really highlights how power dynamics and, perceived slights can just dictate everything when cameras are involved, even before they officially start rolling for a scene. Next update we have about Chrisley family tensions. So the Chrisley family is back with the Chrisleys, back to reality. It's focusing on Todd and Julie Chrisley's release from prison, but it seems to be revealing some pretty deep family issues pretty quickly.
Well, Grayson Chrisley compared his relationship with his brother Chase, which sounds strained, to Todd's past relationship with his brother Randy.
Okay.
He implied there's this recurring family cycle of needing to be bailed out, basically.
Yeah.
And the public scrutiny seems to be just, exposing this family legacy of dependency or conflict.
And Chase, he didn't hold back either. He directly accused Savannah of driving the wedge between him and Grayson. His words were, Savannah's kind of driven a little wedge there.
Right.
And both Grayson and Savannah apparently expressed frustration that Chase was just in his own world while their parents were in prison.
Suggesting they felt a lack of support from him during that really tough time.
Which highlights how shared trauma can either, bring a family together or drive them further apart, especially with cameras watching.
Totally. And then during a heart-to-heart, Grayson told Chase he loves him but wants him to have your life together.
Ouch.
And then he explicitly blamed Savannah, claiming Savannah just wants to be worshipped.
Wow, that's raw. Showing how those external pressures can just make old sibling stuff way worse.
Absolutely. And ultimately, Grayson didn't buy Chase's apology to Savannah, didn't think it was genuine.
So no resolution there.
Nope. And a golf outing apparently ended with Chase declaring the whole thing a hoss show. So, okay, so there's some buzz around Allie Lewber, from Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, James Kennedy's ex.
Right. Apparently, she might be filming for Southern Hospitality now that she's moved to Charleston. The question is, will she actually join the cast?
Well, her background includes that very public breakup with James, and she had suggested their relationship was unhealthy, though not physically abusive.
Right.
So she definitely has experience with having her personal drama televised. That's important context here.
But, the word on the street, or at least from one insider, is that Allie is definitely trying to be featured, but, quote, won't be a cast member.
Oh, okay.
This source even said she's so thirsty she's dehydrated.
Ouch. Harsh.
Yeah. Allie herself did confirm the move on Instagram, but she sounded pretty uncertain about what's next for her. Well, what's really telling, I think, is the contrast with Will Culp, who left Southern Hospitality.
What did she say?
He called his time on reality TV a horrible experience and a life lesson.
Wow. That's quite the opposite perspective.
Exactly.
Next update we have about Kristen, Doute, and Gigi's clash. This one blew up on Instagram. A spat between Kristen Doute from the Valley and Golnisa Gigi Garakidagi of Shahs of Sunset.
Right. And it was over pregnancy speculation involving Brittany Cartwright.
Yeah. What exactly happened there?
So Gigi commented on some photos of Brittany and her new boyfriend, Brandon Hansen. In the pics, Brandon had his hand on Brittany's stomach.
Okay. Standard pose sometimes.
Right, but Gigi jumped in asking, is she pregnant too? And then added that the belly is definitely bellying.
Oh, boy. That crosses a line for a lot of people.
Mm.
And Kristen Doute, well, she wasn't having it. She called Gigi gross for publicly commenting on a woman's body like that, especially postpartum.
Yeah, it taps into that whole ongoing debate about body image and public commentary.
Definitely. So Kristen Doute then leaked their direct messages.
She did. What did they say?
Kristen called Gigi's behavior fucking disgusting. Gigi apparently first tried to play it off, saying the photo looked like an announcement.
Okay, maybe trying to backtrack.
Maybe, but then she apparently just turned aggressive and attacked Kristen Doute personally, calling her buck teeth.
Whoa. It escalated quickly, then.
Yeah. Next update we have about Karen Huger's early release. Okay, shifting gears. Big news for Real Housewives of Potomac fans. Karen Huger, the Grande Dame herself.
Yes.
She's been released from prison 6 months early after serving time for that DUI.
Wow, 6 months early. Okay. Just to remind everyone, she was found guilty back in December 2024 after wrecking her Maserati. And it wasn't her first offense. She had 4 prior driving issues. Her sentence was 2 years, but 1 year was suspended.
And we all remember that body cam footage from the arrest, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Slurring words, calling herself Thomas Jefferson's concubine, mentioning the Grande Dame title.
It was something.
Karen herself even admitted on the show later that she didn't recognize that woman in the video.
Yeah. Well, her release from Montgomery County Detention Center is confirmed. And, get this, there was a production crew there.
No surprise there.
Right. Seemingly to capture footage of Karen for season 10 is what and Giselle Bryant's reaction was, well, classic Giselle.
She said she was shook, but ultimately felt safe about Karen being out.
Okay.
And even suggested Karen was probably running that thing in prison and that they love her up and where she is right now.
Huh. Never changed, Potomac.
Next update we have about Kelli Ferrell's ex threatens lawsuit. Mark Ferrell, who is Kelli Ferrell's ex-husband from The Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
He held a press conference. He's announcing plans to sue Bravo and also Georgia officials.
Whoa, okay. And Mark Ferrell's accusations are pretty heavy. He's claiming Kelli used their divorce purely as a storyline for the show, saying she didn't actually want resolution. He's accusing Bravo of airing lies, exploiting his daughter without his permission, and defamation.
He also tackled the money stuff right, denying he stole from their restaurant Nana's Chicken and Waffles.
Exactly. He stated the funds were actually loans and grants, which he claims he safeguarded. And he says he repaid $320,000.
But the show portrayed it differently.
Right. He alleges Kelli's attorney falsely told the court the money wasn't repaid, and that's what led to him spending over 40 days in jail. He's calling it false imprisonment and fraud.
Wow. He's really pushing back hard on the narrative we saw.
And the list goes on. He also accused his attorney of withholding $74,000 from a home sale, claimed child support wasn't based on his actual income.
Okay.
And alleged that a crucial court hearing back in 2022 lacked proper service, meaning his rulings were made without jurisdiction. He even accused the clerk of court of like publicly celebrating Kelli.
So he feels the system and the show were against him.
That seems to be his position.
Yeah.
It suggests a really deep-seated belief that he was unjustly targeted, and he sees the reality show as playing a big part in his legal problems.
So he's gearing up for a big fight, planning lawsuits for defamation, malicious prosecution, civil rights violations.
Yeah, it's serious.